Hi, it's Marina the Soul Alchemist. It's time for Pick Your Own Card Weekly Guidance. So I am using the AKASHIC Oracle card deck, which most of you are familiar with, but if you're not, then this is a modality in a box. It connects you in with the AKASHIC records in a very physical and practical way. And it comes with a key pendulum and a training masterclass to get you started. So it's an incredible way to get guidance, insight, and activate healing in the AKASHIC records. So this session is for the 19th through to the 25th of February, which is my birthday. And the bonus card this week is all about karmic challenges. And there's a theme that is running through all of these four cards. And it's really interesting. The third card for me is it's the summary. It's the outcome, it's the result of what we really, really want. So I want you to just tune in now. What would you really like to see happen in your experience today, at this point in time? What are you really open to experience? What are you allowing yourself to experience? And how open are you to receiving that experience, that change, that transformation, that relationship, that good health, more money flow, elevated business, whatever it might be? That is the theme. It's all about receivership this week. And if we can take some of these steps through these cards and having your main card as your focus, which I'm going to show you now, cards 1, 2, or 3. But listening to all of the cards to get that full, complete picture is going to help you to get to number 3. So if you are just listening and tuning in and you've come back from say, card 2 or card 3, fabulous. I'm going to reveal card 1, but if you have picked card 1 as your main focus, I want you to also, if you can, and you have the time for yourself, give yourself permission to listen to the other 2 messages, because it's card 3 that I think that for me is our celebration. So receivership, that's the theme for this week. How good are you at receiving? How adept are you at receiving? So the first receivership and connection that we have is with synchronicities and signs. So this might be seeing the language of the universe in whatever way is supportive for you, because it's individual to each of us, and that's a language that we have to have more awareness around and cultivate and notice and acknowledge when the universe is actually communicating with us, or our guides are communicating with us. If we don't acknowledge and we don't spot the signs, or we question the signs and we kind of talk ourselves out of believing that those signs are there, then we lose the practice and we lose that connection. So if there's one thing that you can focus on, if you've picked card 1 this week, or if you're coming back to listen to card 1, is really kind of connect in and acknowledge and notice your synchronicities and signs. And so that could be through songs and words and synchronicities that are just happening, things are just in flow, and it's like it feels easy. But we're talking about receivership. So how easy is it for you to receive the signs that you're on track, or receive the signs that deep soul nudge and the wisdom of the body and your, inner GPS and your intuition is telling you perhaps about this decision or about this person, and it's maybe not aligned? Are you listening, and are you receiving and taking action on those signs? That wisdom, that innate wisdom that we have within us, but also the signs and the communication that the universe also and the guides give us as well. So how adept are you at receiving the confirmations, the next step on the pathway, your own inner GPS? How good are you receiving that connection, that communication? That's what I want you to focus on for card 1. And just be open. If there's anything that any decisions and choices that you're making this week, you may want to have fun with this and say, show me a sign that this is, that this is in perfect alignment for where I need to be. Show me a sign. You may want to get curious and just have a little bit of fun with it. You may not want to, but are you open to receive? Even if we go beyond the synchronicities and signs, how adept are you at receiving the wisdom, your own wisdom, with your insights, your guidance, and being able to move forward, receive, move forward, receive, move forward. So that's card 1. So receiving the signs, receiving the insight, the wisdom, the guidance, allowing yourself to have a practice where you connect with your guides, whether that's through a pendulum, whether it's through visualization, whether it's through meditation. Do you give yourself enough time and space to receive the innate wisdom and guidance of the universe? So, question for you there. And it might be that you need to do a little bit more practice and open up more space so that you are receiving the time and the space in order to receive the messages, the wisdom, the insights, or just tune into yourself. How are you adept and able to receive? What space do you create for yourself? So let me know how that card resonates. We're going to move on to card 2 because, we're in flow and we've got this theme going. But if you do want to go deeper with me in an individual way, or you want to get your own deck of cards and play along with me each week, then please hit the links below or reach out to me. So card 2, if this is your main focus, please go back, listen to card 1, because that's going to help support you with this particular message. Thinking about receivership. It's transforming fears. Says Kaya, well, how does this fit in with receivership? For me, it's about receiving and acknowledging that trust and faith in ourselves. Receiving the innate wisdom, again, the soul urges, the nudges that are having us be led in this way. And this might be stepping straight into fear, straight into discomfort, straight into resistance. But there's an ability to surrender to the process. So receiving that surrendership, allowing ourselves to surrender, letting go of control of the outcome, and allowing ourselves to receive whatever guidance in whatever direction that we are able to go. And for me, it's going to be into something that's uncomfortable. So it's facing our fears, facing our resistance in some way, and receiving the transformation on the other side. Are you open to receiving transformation? Going back to my initial question, what do you really want to experience in your life at this time, at this point? And are you willing to face your fears to receive the transformation, to receive that thing? How up are you for that? Because the likelihood is there will be some discomfort in that process, because there's going to be a new element that you need to introduce, do, think, feel in order to experience that change. There's going to be some kind of new action. And that even could be rest, because it might be that you're always busy. And so you need to be in receivership, going back to that first card of the guidance that comes from within or without. So, are you willing to receive your transformation? Are you able to receive your transformation? And an element of that is facing your fears, but also being in surrender to that process. As she is being in surrender and she's allowing her heart and her soul to pull her forward. And in that process of letting go, the transformation is happening. She's releasing her fears because she's walking through them. She's moving through them. and she's not kicking and screaming. She's going through gracefully. So are you able to do that? So that's a question for you. Are you able to receive transformation? Are you allowing yourself, are you giving yourself permission to receive transformation or not? Or are you giving yourself permission to keep yourself stuck in same old, same old? So let me know how that card resonates. And when we get to card 3, this is the culmination. This is the outcome. If we are receiving the signs, receiving the inner guidance, inner wisdom, we are allowing ourselves to receive the transformation by perhaps surrender, facing our fears. We then get to card 3. Now, if card 3 is your main focus, please go listen to card 1 and card 2, because it's going to make more sense. It's unconditional love. So are you here to receive? And for me, it's not specifically about unconditional love, although that might be the thing that you are really wanting to experience at the moment. But for me, it's about receiving connection. It's about receiving the results that you want. It's about receiving your soul heart desires. And that can be connected to health. It can be connected to love, relationships, freedom. It could be, I don't know, clarity, purpose, direction, unconditional love. But this is the culmination of your card 3, is to be in receivership of the results, the outcome, which is just, it's just the most beautiful, blissful, contented card, where everything just falls into place. It feels easy. It feels joyful. It has no conditions attached to it. It's the frequency of love, which is the high vibrational frequency, where we're ascending to, where we can operate from this place of unconditional love. So that is the ultimate result. But are you allowing yourself to receive that? Or are you blocking yourself, not giving yourself permission, making it hard, or being in your comfort zone and not realizing that you have to step into your growth zone, as we've spoken about in card 2, to then get into this space and receive the rewards, receive the beautiful rewards. So, receivership. Are you available for receiving unconditional love and all of the other bits and pieces, the desires that you really wish to experience at this time? Are you available for that? And ultimately, are you there to also receive unconditional love from yourself to yourself? Are you available for that? So karmic challenges is the essence of the bonus card, which is kind of like the spanner in the works. So knowledge is power. And again, it comes down to receivership. And this actually could be the fundamental card that if you get your head round and you work on this, everything else falls into place. And for me, that's what this feels like, this karmic challenge. For us to release this karmic challenge in receivership, the other things just fall naturally into place. Absolutely fall into place. And your karmic challenge card is prosperity mindset. Again, are you available and giving yourself permission to feel deserving of receiving prosperity? To allow things to flow effortlessly into your experience, ideas, inspiration, people, opportunities? Or are you finding reasons why this can't happen? Being in a low vibrational state a lot of the time, because it might be that you choose to be influenced by those around you that complain a lot, or just can't come from a place of gratitude because they just are in a place of where life is hard and they can't see beyond that. They can't step out of that reality. They create that reality. They can't step out of the reality. We are creating a prosperity reality around us if we choose it with our minds, with our feelings, with our actions. But are you able to receive that? Do you feel worthy of receiving for it? Do you feel deserving? Do you give yourself permission? And that is the karmic challenge, because there could be a karmic thread, an element from this life or past lives, or conditioning or programming, or an agreement that you've made where you are purposely blocking your prosperity because you haven't done enough for it, you haven't worked hard enough, it's sinful to have too much, you might feel guilt, you might feel shame around it because others go without. There could be so much loaded with prosperity and being able to receive it with flow. And so where does your mindset need to change around that, around prosperity and being open for it? And being open for huge amounts of prosperity. I mean, when you think, if you were to suddenly have just unlimitless amounts of money, does that bring up fear in your body? Is there a part of you that's like, that would be too much? I couldn't cope with that. Who would be knocking on my door for all of this like prosperity and this abundance and this wealth? How could I have all of this when there's so many people that go without? You know, when you think about having huge, you know, like sums of money given to you, abundance, does it bring up any fears or insecurities or any narratives, stories? And that's where you want to look, and that's what you want to heal. That's what you want to discover, unearth, go a little bit deeper with, so that you are more able to receive and know that you have the birthright and the abundance birthright to receive prosperity. The universe is unlimitless in terms of its prosperity. But it's whether you choose to believe that or not. And if you don't believe that, and you see the lack and the scarcity in the world, because there's a lot of that that's presenting itself, but if you buy into that, then that's what you will attract and create, which then creates that perpetual loop. So how can you be more in receivership of prosperity? What does prosperity mean to you? It could be going out into nature or sitting in a, you know, in the sunlight with the sun, and you're just sitting on your sofa and you're listening to a soundtrack that has water, and you can maybe hear the nature, and you can just close your eyes and you can picture yourself there, you can imagine. Straight away, that's prosperity, because you're using your senses and you're able to transport yourself. Now, if you can go one better and actually sit in nature, then you've kind of got the physical connection as well. But if that's not available for you, and you want to do a 5-minute prosperity booster, then that's your way. That's one of your ways that you can do it. You could have this card, if you've got my deck, and have it out all week, where you can just kind of visualize and just lose yourself looking at the card and just imagining yourself being in that environment and in that space. And that could take you off to anywhere in your mind, to a beautiful space. You can do meditation, you can do all sorts where you can feel more prosperous, but know that you are deserving of prosperity. Elevating your receivership of prosperity. This is what this card is about, and not allowing the karmic challenges of limited mindset, of scarcity, of lack to impact the flow of prosperity that comes into your pool, comes into your abundant life and fills you up. So let me know, quite deep, let me know how those cards resonate. Think about your receivership skills this week and what you're available to receive, where you limit yourself to receiving, why you limit yourself, and is there a difference between being able to really receive in one area of your life and then you really withdraw in another area of your life, because we probably are not equal across the board. So I think just kind of reflecting on that and just seeing, you know, do I really hold myself back in receiving compliments and good wishes and good thoughts from others because I think perhaps that they're lying, or that they would expect me to say something back in return, so it feels conditional, or they're only saying that because they feel that they have to make me feel better. Are we really, you know, how are you about receiving good acknowledgement, beautiful acknowledgement from others? That might be just something that you really struggle with, being acknowledged, being seen, being complimented on. But then you might be really good at receiving in another area. So these are just questions, food for thought, because whatever work and whatever, you know, insights you find about being able to receive will help open up prosperity flow. It will help you to receive the thing that I asked you at the very beginning in terms of your intention. It will help you to receive what it is that you desire when you understand where you block yourself from receiving. So let me know how the cards resonate. Let me know if you'd like to work with me for 12 months on my Akashic Oracle subscription. That's a really affordable way for me to hold space and work with you 4 times a year with Akashic Oracle guidance, but also spiritual coaching and also Akashic healing, all combined into one session, and there's 4 of those sessions per year. So if that's something that you feel that you would like me to help you with to get you to your next few levels, then let me know, and I would love to support you. If not, any questions, pop them in the comments below, and I will be back here next Sunday on my birthday. So love and blessings. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.